I keep on hearing over and over again from all of these people, friends, complete strangers, about how amazing it is that my little kids, my 5-year-old and my 2-year-old, are bilingual. And that's no accident. It takes a lot of work to make sure your kids grow up bilingual. Whether you speak a second language fluently yourself, whether you just wish your kids could speak a second language, you wish you could provide them with the opportunity to speak a second language, it is no joke. Even myself being fluent in Spanish, I struggle every single day. It is very difficult to help your children understand the importance. I wasn't supposed to tear up. Understand the importance of learning a second language. As parents, we get it. And we wish that we ourselves could have learned a second language from birth. Or we just wish that we could give that opportunity to our kids. That's why I'm here, is to help you along your journey in helping your children become bilingual. It's very interesting that in the United States, we are one of the only countries that doesn't truly appreciate being bilingual. Kids that grow up in Europe, in Asia, from birth, they're being taught 2, 3, 4, even 5 languages. In the US, we're happy with just one. And I don't get that. It doesn't make sense to me. I really wish that I had been taught Spanish from birth. I wasn't. I didn't learn Spanish until high school. I didn't become fluent in Spanish until college, when I decided to major in Spanish, move abroad, study in Argentina for a year to make sure I could become bilingual. And it was tough, let me tell you. Trying to learn a second language in another country, it's the only way to truly become fluent, but it was miserable for the first 2 months. Because when you are living in a world where you can't speak to anyone, you don't understand anything being said, it's like you're watching the world go by from the outside. And no matter how hard you try to get into that world, you can't. And for 2 full months, I would go to bed with the worst headache of my life and just pray that maybe the next day it'll get better. It didn't get better until about month 3. It was like I just woke up one morning and could understand and could easily speak. And I'll always remember the phrase that I said to a friend that I didn't even know I knew. It was the phrase por eso, which means for that reason. And my friend had said something, asked me a question, and I just said, sí, por eso. And he looks at me and says, whoa, in Spanish, like, where did that come from? I didn't even know. It just came out so easily. That was the moment when I knew I was going to become fluent. From then on, every single day of being down there got easier and easier and easier. After a year of studying in Argentina, I came back and I was fluent. And I was a changed person, because once you go through a struggle like that, you overcome the struggle. All of a sudden, you are so much more confident and more fulfilled. You're truly a different person. And for that reason, I really desire to offer that opportunity to you, to do something hard in your life, to help you become successful at something that you've always wanted to do, but you had no idea how. And to give you the opportunity to give your kids the opportunity to overcome a huge challenge. Learning a second language is not easy. I've been there, which I believe is what makes me a great teacher, is I was not born speaking this language. I studied it so hard. I fell in love with it. I developed a passion for it. And now I want to share that passion with you. It is a huge struggle of mine to try to convince my kids that Spanish is important. And it's hard for me also to sit down with them often, to really teach them. And I found that it's easy for me to get burnt out. Yeah, I can speak to them in Spanish all day long, every day, but then when it comes to trying to make learning exciting, trying to be engaging, it's hard. And I found that as soon as I decided to start making this Spanish channel, I started to renew my excitement for teaching. And the more I try to come up with new, exciting content to share with you, I find myself sitting down more with my kids to just play. And I'm seeing them actually using Spanish more now that I am videoing our play together. And that is not what I expected to happen. I thought I would just get a whole bunch of pushback from them and just dragging their feet and, oh mom, do we have to? No, it's the opposite. I have my 5-year-old will go try to find the lights and the microphone and say, Mom, we need to make a video. We need to make a video for my friends. And it is incredible to see their excitement in learning a new language just because I am excited and I am more engaged. And I promise you that if you show your kids that you're excited about learning a new language, it's going to rub off on them. And they are going to start falling in love with the language learning process. And as soon as they start being able to use the language in daily life, it will come alive for them. And they will start to realize that this is actually really useful. This is actually kind of fun. It's cool to be able to suddenly know something that your friends don't know. I'd like to share a few tricks that I use while teaching my kids Spanish at home. It doesn't matter if you're fluent, it doesn't matter if you know 5 words in Spanish, but I think these will be helpful for you either way. The first most important point that I'd like to leave with you is do not expect your child to learn Spanish on their own. If you want them to actually be successful, you need to be learning it along with them. And don't expect them to become fluent overnight. Don't push them. Don't get frustrated when they don't get it right. The learning process has to be fun. And so if you stay positive about it, don't get discouraged, they will too. Don't overwhelm yourself with information. Don't watch a different Spanish video every single day of the week. Pick one video, watch it 2 or 3 times every single day for an entire week. Once you have it down, go on to the next one. Provide yourself and your kids with an opportunity to use the Spanish you've learned, not just here at home. Search out opportunities where you can use the language. In a restaurant, ordering food, maybe send your kids to a bilingual daycare, bilingual school. Seek out friends that speak Spanish, a Spanish church service, or take your family on a trip to Mexico. That's my favorite. I think everyone loves traveling, and when you can use something you've learned while on your travels, it makes it so much fun. As your child gets older and is able to learn to read, teach them to read in Spanish alongside English. Because if a kid can learn to read in Spanish, they'll start picking up books and they will start learning on their own, and they won't even need you to teach them anymore. They'll be teaching you what they've learned. And I will be sharing some videos later on that will help you in teaching your child how to read, help you with the pronunciation of words, the accent, just how to become a fluent reader. Now I know you have a very difficult path ahead of you, but just the fact that you're watching this video means that you're ready for a challenge. You're willing to take that next step to learn a second language. Not necessarily to become fluent, just that next little baby step. And I really hope that you stay committed for yourself and for your kids. So I am here to walk alongside you in this challenge. You're not alone. I'm excited to see you learn. I'm excited to see your kids learn. And I want to hear your stories as we take this journey together. I ask you to please stay in touch with me, share your comments, let me know what other information you'd like to learn, if there's a certain learning style you would like to learn. Just let me know how it goes for you. I'm so glad that you're going to join me on this journey. All the best. Ciao.